Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here and welcome back to West of Loathing. You may be wondering what we're doing here because we certainly didn't end the last episode in this cemetery. Well, I had forgotten that we have this puzzle to solve with Granny Smith here. I've been spending time going through her clues and I think I was maybe wrong about the criteria last time. I've narrowed it down and there's really no way to know which of these Beckys that she's talking about, because there's several of them. Mezzo, Becky Smith, but there are several with different ages, and these two girls right here, Magdalene and Melissa, both seem to fit all the criteria that she's giving out. I'm not sure which one it is, or if there is something I'm just missing, but we're going to try one of these and see if it's the answer. We'll start with Magdalene. Hello? I think I know who she was. Did her name start with an M? Her eyes raised hopefully. Was it M.A.? They widen. Was it Magdalene? Aw, Granny's face falls and she starts to cry. Well, that's all our guesses for today, so I guess we'll come back after we get killed or sleep again and try one more time. Hopefully it is Melissa and I haven't just totally effed this up like I did the buffalo pile. So the question is, do we head back over here and try to find some more areas? Like, there seems like there should be something here, maybe here. Let's go to the professor's house and then we'll wander from there. The sound of gunfire draws your attention cautiously to where you find a goblin shooting a large pistol at some boulders. With the sound of gunfire and pinging ricochets filling the area, the goblin doesn't hear you approach. Well, let's talk to him, because we can. Are you two excusing me?
Oh, yes, hello, what? Hello?
The rocks, why to shooting them?
For practices, the cracks and rocks to shooting for a crack shot.
I to seeing? You're trying to be a crack shot by shooting the cracks and rocks. Okay, well, let's intimidate him. Your gun, to giving it to me, or I shooting to you.
Okay, no problems.
Really?
Out of bits, I am making many junk guns, having this one to going right ahead.
Oh, well, thanks, that was easy. Goblin Pistol. Sweet. Probably not as good as what we already have, seeing as how the encounter happened on that side of the mountains. 1 to 15 damage. It's a big range there. Yeah, see, this is 13 to 17. Much, much better. Let's wander. Oh, we did find a new place. Snake Spring, over yonder. Go there. And it was right there. Cool. Can we harvest? We can. Tuna cactus. Tuna gives us a lot of stats, that's for sure. Alrighty. So what is at Snake Spring? Lots of plants to harvest, that's for sure. Keep wanting to hit exit to get out of those. Uh-huh. So it's a literal snake spring. An endless stream of snakes pours out of a hole in the canyon wall. Grab a big one? Is this just another grinding spot? Attack it. It's more than dead. Like, so dead. Snake Venom Bladder. I wonder, though, if we can farm a decent band to put on our hat. Because we haven't put a band on it yet. Huh. Well, you guys know the drill. I am going to grind for just a bit. Mostly for hat bands, not for EXP, since these things are so low level. But I will see you in a minute. Alright, well, it's becoming quickly obvious that we can't get any snake skins. They all say they don't have enough skin on them to even bother pulling out our knife, so we didn't get a ton of experience there. Not even 300. I guess that's all that this place is for. Okay, can we wander and find somewhere else? You encounter a bandit who doesn't look very bandit-like due to the lab coat and slide rule holster. Fortunately, she's also wearing the standard black bandit hat, otherwise you might not have been able to tell.
Alright, Buster.
This is a stick-up. Hand over the meat. You don't seem to have a gun. How about I just punch you out and leave instead? Ha! I'd like to see you try, because I've invented an anti-punching ring, and that would help me test it. Oh, we got a lot of options here. Cow-puncher? We haven't done anything that's cow-punching. We could intimidate, but let's use cow-puncher. Well, okay, I mean, punching things is kind of my whole shtick, actually. Really? Great. Go ahead and give me a good one. You wind up and launch your best haymaker. You do, in fact, feel some resistance as your fist nears her head, but you power through it and knock her sprawling. Ow, dang jeez. Okay, looks like it's back to the drawing board. Sorry. Here, you can keep this stupid defective ring. She dusts herself off, tosses you the ring, and slouches away, rubbing her jaw. Oh hey, looks like she dropped her wallet and when she fell down too. Ring of moderate unpunchability, 2 armor. That's nice. Alright, new areas that time. Are we out of areas? What's our ring here? Plus 20 to meat games. Yeah, that seems more along the line of what we want. Can we discover areas like down here wandering up here? Let's go one more time. I am beginning to envision that we finish this whole side. We found Wonder and Sally though. Always willing to check out her inventory. For books, please. And needles. Absolutely. Lots of pickaxes. And not much else. Alright, I think we may just have to venture to the other side of the mountains. Let's see. We didn't finish Roy Bean's Jelly Bean quests, did we? We got knocked out in the middle of that or something? Seem to remember that. Got distracted along the way by the clowns. You see a few buildings off in the distance and spur Shadow toward them to investigate. Turns out to be the old Kellogg's Sanatorium. You remember reading about this place in the papers. Crazy guy obsessed with bodily and spiritual purity, charging rich people an arm and a leg to eat bad food for a few weeks. Uh-huh. That's where Kellogg's cornflakes came from. He thought they would prevent masturbation. We'll go there later. We're on our way to Roy Bean's and we need to stop being distracted. Alrighty, let's see how far along we are. So, we do have the second one, right? How you doing on them jelly beans, kid? Got 'em. Wonderful, good job, kid. Looks like they're all here, too. The goblins didn't need any? It's a long and weird story, Roy. Well, never mind then. You done a swell job, kid. I've only got one more jar of jelly beans missing, and they was stole by a gang of damn hippies. Why'd they take them? Heck, who knows what a hippie's thinking. All I know is they took off headed south and a little bit west. You discover a new map location, Shroom Cave. What's in the Shroom Cave? Shrooms? That would be my guess, for sure. Let's go find some magic. Mushrooms, that is. Out in the open desert, among the rocks and dunes and underneath the scorching desert sun, you encounter a chef. That probably doesn't sound all that strange comparatively, but hold on while I go into more detail. He has somehow hauled a full-size iron pot-belly stove out into this blistering hot hole, and is cooking something on it. Though you can't tell what, because all you see in the pan is fire. Rather than being drenched in sweat, he is literally steaming. Furthermore, he is muttering wildly to himself. Hotter, gotta be hotter. Hot, hot, gotta cook it right through. Needs to be hot, hot, hotter. Frighten him away? It isn't hot enough. I know, not hot enough, I know. It will never be hot enough. Ah, no, hotter. It can't be hot enough. It can't be done. No, no. It's impossible for it to be hot enough. No. The chef runs away into the desert screaming. As you watch him go, there's a clang behind you as the door to his stove falls off, the hinges having melted through. Got a stove door? Goes in our offhand for 4 armor. Well done, I guess. What was he trying to do? Yes, Alice? Howdy, Alice. I remembered I had this book about mushrooms with me. You better take a look at it if you're going to be fooling around with these things. The wrong ones can mess a body up real bad. Didn't we need to learn mycology for something? There's so much in this game I can't remember everything. I wish you'd given that to us earlier is all I'm trying to get at here. Thanks, Doc. Thanks for the reminder. Well, always up for reading books. It's a book about mushrooms printed on paper, which is made from trees which mushrooms sometimes grow on. Really makes you think. Pass and Fair Mycologist, which does... After you finish reading the book, you absentmindedly misplace it while musing about mushrooms. As expected. Forgot to check out what the perk actually does. We can identify useful or dangerous mushrooms. Sweet! We know more about mushrooms than the average cowpoke. What are these then? Can we not identify those? We can't harvest the loco weed. How much does it take to get our foraging up to 3? 300 experience. That ain't bad. Let's go ahead and do that. We can start foraging all this stuff. What does loco weed give us? You do a quick backflip, then make some funny noises by flapping your arm up and down with your hand in your armpit. The loco weed giggles, loosening its roots just enough for you to pluck a handful of it out of the ground and wring it into a little bottle. You got an item, loco weed extract. You're just crazy about this stuff. No, wait, I mean, because of, not about. This item is used in combat, gives you 2 action points. So it's meth. It is naturally occurring methamphetamines. Great, just what I always wanted. You recognize this. It's the extremely hallucinogenic Lactaris Dirty Hippica. But we can't harvest it. We don't have the proper tools. What are the proper tools? Hello? Lots of mushrooms. Is this rocks? Okay, nothing we can interact with, apparently. Hello? Anyone? Is that another? That's another one. Kind of hiding behind the bigger mushrooms. Ooh, a bag. Someone lost a very dirty knapsack. Investigate it. Contains some loose bits of granola and some very, very dirty clothes. Oh, and a map. Mushroom map. Which is... hand-drawn map covered in grubby fingerprints. Read it. The map is labeled shroom locations and shows a weird convoluted trail leading to a big X. You recognize the X as this very cave. The source of the trail looks like it's right near that weird fort full of dirty weirdos. What weird fort full of dirty weirdos? The Fort of Darkness? It's the only fort I see that we haven't explored yet. Okay. So, the person who lost this here is from that fort? Oh, skeleton. Grutch. Grutch rides again. The pile of bones is wearing some shredded necromancer cultist clothes. Loot it. You grab everything that isn't nailed to the bones, and then you grab the bones. Lots of cool stuff. And another mushroom we can't harvest. Will we ever meet Grutch again? Or is he just going to roam around killing people that we're going to just stumble across? I don't see anything else here. I guess our next stop is the fort, if this is indeed the right fort and it's not just something going weird with the game. A spiky, bright blue shape catches your eye. You hop off the shadow to investigate it more closely. It's a Hagar's agave. They're native to Panama, but they can grow in these parts, especially in places that are too hot for teachers to be comfortable. Nice, collect its nectar. You carefully extract the highly alcoholic nectar. I think we've had this before. Moxie by 7? Sure. Alright. Well, that is a peace symbol, and there are flowers in the cannons. And the mushrooms in the cave were called Dirty Hippica. I think we're about to stumble into a commune. More loco weed? Absolutely. Sweet. Stop hitting escape to get out of there. You just gotta walk away or click or whatever. We don't have any binoculars. We go in the tent? We can. What you two doing there, swaying back and forth? You stoned out of your minds? This guy seems to be in a daze, looking around uncomprehendingly at the boots and cobbler's tools around him. Hi there. There are some pretty cool boots you've made. Are they for sale? Huh? Oh, no. I mean, I'd like to sell them to you, but they aren't mine. You didn't make them? It's funny how everyone assumes that, but no, they were all made by elves. Elves? Yeah, man, like little elf guys. They're hard to see, like just out of the corner of your eye, you know, but I'll be just kind of standing here and just kind of, and then like oh hey, got another pair of boots in my hands. Guess the elves made some more boots. Huh. Elves. Right. I haven't made a pair of boots myself in, like, I don't know, like a year? Years? Something. These elves keep making them though, I don't know why, weird. Okay, what are you on and where can I get some? You seen any jelly beans? Jelly beans? Weird. No, I haven't seen anything like that. Ask the elves, maybe. Yeah, I'll give that a shot. You know, you should really open up a boot store. Huh? A store to sew your boots in. They're not mine, though. They're... Right, the elves. But the elves can't be making them just for fun, right? I think they're making them so you can sell them. Oh, huh. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a town called Dirtwater. We getting a new shop? You could open a really nice shop there. Huh. That's a pretty long trip. It'd be, like, dangerous. I'm worried the elves wouldn't make it, you know. I've got just our tiny guns that we got from the, wargaming people. Wow, what? Look at all these tiny little guns. See, with these, the elves will be able to defend themselves on the road to Dirtwater. It's like I'm talking to a toddler. Oh man, that's so weird. Okay, yeah, cool. He packs his boots and tools together and heads out of the tent. It'll be kind of amazing if he actually makes it to Dirtwater, but stranger things have happened. I guess they have. Not a lot stranger, though. Are we going to send all these hippies back to Dirtwater? This young lady is dressed in fancy, expensive traveling clothes, though hardware has made them dirty and ragged. Also, her pupils are about the size of teacups. Oh, wow, hi. A new face. My name's, one sec. Irene. She giggles. Everyone just calls me Mushrooms, so I forget sometimes. Howdy, Irene. I'm Tev. What's your story? No, not much to tell. I was hitchhiking to Frisco a few months back, but I stopped here and never got around to continuing, you know? We're like a big, happy family here, and everyone's so nice and appreciative of how I know so much about mushrooms. Mushrooms, eh? Was that your backpack we found in the cave, perhaps? Have you seen our jelly beans? Uh-huh. They're good for all kinds of things, if you know which ones to pick. If you want, I can sell you a few of my favorites. I have a spare pair of mushroom pliers, too, if you want to pick your own. Okay, cool. That sounds more up my alley. We needed a tool anyway. So, we could buy a mushroom for 1,000 or the pliers to pick our own for 500? Absolutely, buy the pliers. That's a much better deal. Here you go. I'd share the location of my secret mushroom hunting cave with you, but I lost my knapsack with my map in it. I don't think I could explain how to get there in just, like, words. Good luck, though. Thank you. And luckily I already know how to get there. No mushrooms. Have you seen any jelly beans? Yeah, I had some jelly beans recently. I don't quite remember. Oh, they were in my lounge. Oh, where is your lounge? I don't quite remember. It's only there part of the time anyway. Uh-huh. Like your mind? I don't know. No mushrooms for me, thanks. Right. Okay, more stoned people. Gimme bones. Hi, I'm Tev. Teeth, 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 clavicle, femur, teeth. Well, okay. You see any jelly beans? Teeth, jawbone, teeth, teeth. I see. Do you know anything about a lounge? Teeth, 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 lumbar vertebra. Okay, that makes complete sense. Alright, so this is apparently who we've been saving our skeleton parts for, though we don't have 10 gold teeth. Hopefully she can do something useful with all these bones. You hand her an armload of bones, and she starts mechanically picking through them, selecting some and discarding others based on criteria you can't discern. Eventually, having chosen the best 2 from the pile, she secures them together with wire and screws and hands you something that basically looks like a sword. We've got a bone sword. Not quite as good as our Bletchcalibur, but still respectable. Neat, thanks. Will she make another bone sword, or will it be something different? Let's do the skull chips first. Alright, this time she glues them into a ring, a bone chip ring. This ring is made of compressed bone chips and glue. It's disgusting. Do you even know where glue comes from? Well, at this time, apparently it came from horses. Have more random encounters with skeletons. Alright, not something I'm interested in. Let's give her 10 more, see if she makes something different with it. Nope. Bone sword number 2. Alright, thank you. You can get back to your hallucinations, whatever horrifying things are going on inside that addled brain of yours. What about this guy? Hi, I'm Tev. Salutations, Tev. They call me the Talking Dude, because of my extensive knowledge of the principles of philosophy and the arguments and conundrums surrounding its various aspects and interpretations. I bet that's not why they call you that. Can I interest you in a discussion of the particulars of Curtsian philosophy, Tev? Maybe, but first, have you seen any jelly beans? Well, first we must take care to define our terms. What does it mean to see jelly beans, and what if what I see as a jelly bean are different than what you see as... You know, cut the crap before I cut it for you. No, I have not. But I do know that Irene, the newest and, dare I say, most delightful of our little clan, is particularly fond of them. You might ask her. Can I interest you in a discussion? Yes, perhaps, but also, do you know where Irene's lounge is? I have been there, but for some inexplicable reason, I was never invited to return. Inexplicable. I would self-actualize by returning on my own, but I don't remember where it was, and Todd will not tell me. It is quite frustrating. I don't think we've met Todd yet. Sure, dude. I can see you're raring to go, so tell us about Curtsian philosophy. The talking dude begins, and you immediately tune out. Blah, 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 determinism, blah, 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 propositional calculus, blah, blah, blah. Is this just going to loop, or can we get something by listening for a long time to this? I'll just sit here and... Oh, well, it didn't take that long. I was going to say I'll sit here for a few seconds pounding 1, and maybe it'll give us something. He sees interest in your eyes and continues with renewed vigor. Blah, 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 allegory of the cave, blah, 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 blah. It actually seems like some of this stuff is rubbing off on you. You get a perk, Curtsian Philosopher. You're well versed in Curtsian philosophy, or at least you're clever enough to pretend to be. 10 mysticality. Well, not super useful for us, but maybe a skill check will be happy we have this 10 mysticality in the future. Goodbye, sir. And I will also be saying goodbye to you fine folks, and we will continue our exploration of the West in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like below. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.